Donald Trump has launched a withering attack on Australia's US Ambassador Kevin Rudd and suggested he might not be in his position for long if the former president is re-elected. Mr Trump made those comments in a sit-down interview on a UK TV network. Let's bring in now our North America correspondent Barbara Miller in Washington. Barbara, good morning. What did Donald Trump say?
Well, this was in an interview, Michael, with Nigel Farage. You might remember him as head of the Brexit Party in the UK. He's now a broadcaster. He did a sit-down, as you say, with Donald Trump. And he began by getting into this question by talking about the AUKUS deal. And he suggested to Donald Trump that he had a pretty good relationship with Ambassador Joe Hockey. But he said, oh, they've got a new ambassador now, Kevin Rudd. He described him as a Labour MP. And he put it to Donald Trump that Kevin Rudd had previously said that Donald Trump was a destructive president and a traitor to the West. Now, Donald Trump, whether he was acting or not, appeared not to know much about Kevin Rudd, but made the strong implication that were he to be re-elected as president, and as you know, Donald Trump is now the presumptive nominee for the Republican Party, very likely to contest November's presidential election against Joe Biden.
I mean, he has said the most horrible things. You were a destructive president, a traitor to the West, and he's now Australia's ambassador in Washington.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
Would you take a phone call from him?
He won't be there long if that's the case. I don't know much about him. I heard he was a little bit nasty. I hear he's not the brightest bulb, but I don't know much about him. But if he's at all hostile, he will not be there long.
Now, previously during Donald Trump's first term, we did see the resignation of a UK ambassador who was found to have insulted Donald Trump. That was while Donald Trump was in the presidency. Kevin Rudd has previously been asked about these comments he's made in the past about Donald Trump, and he's previously said, well, I didn't make those comments while I was ambassador. I was heading up a think tank and I had pretty wide latitude there. We've contacted the Australian Embassy here in Washington for comment, and they've referred us on to the Department of Foreign Affairs and Trade in Canberra.